Today we are playing a game. Well, obviously we're playing a game. It's a gaming channel, mate. What a strong opening, said the vicar to the sex worker. Today we are going to play a level in Baldur's Gate 3 that I thoroughly hate with a passion. But before we do that, we must do something to keep ourselves going until we have to meet such a terrible fate. And by that, I mean I'm going to do what every tortured artist with a high libido and a limited imagination does. Look at a sexy man.
That's far enough. What's your business down here?
If we can't bang him, we'll bang the table, and there he is, our glorious boy, Rogan. Goodness, this game has made me a pervert. Well, I was always a pervert, we just now have the evidence to prove said fact. I want to say this is purely based on his personality, but that would be a lie. It's all physical. I like the fact he's wrinkly, like my favourite part of a man, and he has a voice that screams at some point he worked as a bouncer. And for some reason, my younger version really liked bouncers, which is strange because they didn't drink or go to nightclubs, so how was I meant to meet the bouncer of my dreams?
The elf song's my local. Look me up if you're in the city.
Well, that's a lie. We're never going to see you again. For a gentleman in a fantasy game, he is very close to my reality, and I don't like it. After all our fun, it is time to bite the bullet and venture forth and do something I thoroughly dislike with a passion, and that is Lae'zel's personal quest in Act 1. I prefer not to go to the Githyanki creche because I just don't like it. Do I need any other reason? I probably should find another reason. I'm too early in my YouTube career for such a controversy. I just find the Githyanki to be repugnant. It's difficult to enjoy them, not because they're ugly. No, most of my friends are ugly. I'm ugly. I just lack the capabilities to find sympathy within my decrepit body to enjoy them. What? I've never failed anything before. How have I failed? I never knew I had to pass anything at this point. Look at this chap. He started a fight with us. We're now going to get murdered. And he's on his high and mighty dragon, waddling off into the distance. Come back and face me, you absolute Bowie impersonator. Murder on the Githyanki floor. I think I'm gonna die. DJ, I need some health potions right now. I died. Gale is our only hope, which means one thing. Viva la France! Much like my hopes and dreams, we have officially died.
Take your slaves and hunt those
I am not a slave, I'm a co-worker, and at staff parties we're acquaintances. We must collect all the rope, because Gale and me have to indulge in such things to save our dying relationship.
Tirsu's script scratched in the ground. A creche must be nested in the temple below. We must go there at once.
Have you gotten into the moonshine again? Because that's the reason why we're travelling in these bloody dangerous woods to get to that exact location. Darling, please be kinder. I am being kind, I just didn't realise we're travelling with Captain Bloody Obvious.
A Githyanki is as likely to forsake its violent nature as a gnome is to fly.
I don't know about that, I've tossed off enough gnomes in my time. Got a TripAdvisor page and everything. This woman wants me to traffic children. Well, call me the Red Cross, because I guess we're going to do it.
Since the party, I've had a spring in my step.
It's because I snogged your face
And I've
off at
got
the
you to
party. I know, I'm a wonderful kisser. My kissing has once been referred to as a Labrador digesting a biscuit. It's quite a lovable experience. We have Will here, be romantic, thinking about the future, and then behind me, we've got Housen staring me down, going, soon she will know the embrace of my penetrating bear hug. Sorry, did you say something? No, just admiring the night sky. It's dark, big like me. With the way my sleep keeps getting interrupted, I should just have insomnia at this point. It'd save time.
I promised I'd be back.
Oh, you promised to come back. Well, we definitely know you're not my father
Don't
then. Now, if anyone's like me and they don't personally enjoy this part, we can quickly skip it without having to fuss about trying to unlock the door and then going the long way around. All we have to do is attack them now, and they leave the door unlocked, and it saves us a lot of time. Frankly, there's not much more time I can waste, especially considering the newspapers keep telling me I should be on the first steps of home ownership, when in reality I'm lucky to own a McDonald's Happy Meal. Right, it's time to grab our phallic-shaped stress balls and indulge in a terrible journey. First, we need to steal a child. Secondly, we're going to have to argue with a doctor. And thirdly, we're going to have to tell a god they might be wrong.
What brings you to my hatchery?
We're here to sell a child. We are adopting.
We work with the Red Cross.
It's for a good cause, known as my wallet.
My own creche, Kalir, is remote and sunless, cloaked in the silence of wild space.
Oh, you're from England. Well, that does explain most of your personality. I thoroughly dislike this part because I do not have a character that would roleplay this as the correct choice. Well, I do tell a lie. We do have Lae'zel in our group, and that's why she's going to go first into the Machine of Death. and then, when she does die, I'll resurrect her and laugh and tell her how correct I was, and then I'll kill her again to remind her not to disagree with me in the future. And that's why I don't have many friends. The game is requiring me to roll 30. Unfortunately, I don't think I can make that one, because I don't even have... Oh, there is a 20 though. Does that count? Because it does. Take it, almighty gods. I've saved someone I don't like. I was kind of hoping you'd die, but get out of the machine, love. We'll get a kebab and we'll talk about this pain later. Considering my experience with public healthcare, this isn't the worst outcome. At least it's clean.
But my question goes unanswered. Do you bring the weapon?
Well, about that...
Don't tell her anything.
I do apologise, I think my schizophrenia is playing up. What I like about this fight is that it's a little bit sneaky. It does encourage you to use your main spells. And if you've not played this level before, you're not aware behind that magical door is a chaotic fight waiting for you. And if you waste all your best spells here, well, you're in for a bit of trouble, as I learned during my first playthrough, and I died constantly. Thankfully I know how to fight these people, so it won't happen today. I died? How? Well, I know how. Gale. I know where my editing hours are going to go into, ridding that from existence. You can guess how many times I've died and you won't even get close to the actual figure. It's quite embarrassing. If I had self-esteem, I'd be upset right now. It is time to go into glorious battle, and what I mean by that is we're going to run around the map, hoping they've used all their action surges and misty steps, and then maybe we'll survive.
I heard there is so much goblin blood on your hands that it soaks their children's nightmares.
Well, doesn't he seem lovely? Though he is bold, and that is a weakness of mine, so that could be the case. There's just something about a bold man that is so enticing and phallic shape. It's just delightful. Gale, let's hide you behind here and hope they all forget about you, much like Will when it comes to choosing a romantic option. I do have a question which I ponder about during this section of the game, and that is, does anyone side with the Githyankis? Is there someone that has sided with Blackif and gone, yes, this is the correct option? Because I've never had that feeling, even when I first played the game. Maybe because I hate Lae'zel. Right, we need an honest conversation, because I think you guys have got problems with your gods. Vlakif for a start, what's that all about? Mistra, I don't think that's right. And secondly, I just want to eat my dinner in peace without a religious discussion. It's very hard to digest peas when one has to think about their mortal soul. Can I not meet one person who is not completely dramatic? I had one question, I explained that I did this for Lae'zel, and here he is with a massive sword going, "Stab me to test my loyalty." Mate, if I'm ever going to stab you, it's going to be during a very intense pegging session. This is the real reason to why I hate this level. It forces me to betray the dream visitor. For Lae'zel, really? She doesn't even have a moustache. With the dream visitor, well, he has a lot of things. And I don't even do it for the achievements. I do it because I enjoy it. If you've enjoyed today's video, hit that bell because I do not have a schedule. However, I did recently stab myself with a fork, and that's when I realised I had to go on a diet. Joking aside though, do not do that. It really hurts.